I know it was the hardest thing I ever did in my livestock business. I was really broke and I still had two young girls at home. And a man asked me if I could pull a trailer. I'm not sure. And he said, can you pull two? Oh, well, I hope so. Yeah. Anyhow, he said, if you go to Conway, Arkansas, for me, he said, there's a livestock sale barn very close. And he said, you can stop and fill the trailers up if you need to. Use them for whatever you want to. Oh, and he said, and they have a lot of Brahma bull calves that you can't get for here. So, and at the time I was looking for roping calves. You got more, if you get, or in bulldogging calves, you got a lot better premium for them. So I said, yeah, sure, I could do that. And so I still had the two girls, Susie and Luann. I thought, oh, an adventure, this will be fun. In the middle of July, we take off for Conway, Arkansas. I had a brand new pickup. I mean, the pickup was nice. And, oh my God, I didn't know it got that hot in Arkansas. And it was, I mean, you just melted. It was miserable, miserable, miserable. But anyhow, we got there and they went to hook up the trailers and the brakes didn't work on mine, a brand new truck, and nobody had ever tested to see if the trailer brakes worked, and they didn't. But I was gone that far, I had to keep on going. And to get across the Ozarks, with no brakes wasn't one of the smartest things I've done, but anyhow, survived that one. But I went to Conway, Arkansas, or I think it was Conway. It was real close there, anyhow, to the sale barn, and cattle were cheap, I thought. I thought, oh, I'm going to get in trouble again. But anyhow, I loaded the front of the pickup with baby calves, and I had a tarp over it, and I had two trailers that I put bigger calves in, and headed for Colorado. And oh God, that's a long ways. It is a long ways. But that time you girls helped me drive some of the way, a little bit. Not with the trailers, but at least before. And we made it. And we got back to Arkansas, or back to Colorado. And at that time, it took a week usually for a check to get through to the bank. Whatever they did to it, I loved it. Because I bought all those cattle with a bad hot check and got them to the sale and sold them before the check and made money off of them, thank God. Then when I got home, my brother Jim called me. What the hell are you doing? I heard you went to Conway, Arkansas again. He said, how dumb are you? He said, you're coming to work for me. I'm like, really? What? He was the foreman of Wadsworth Excavating. He said, you're going to be a truck driver. I'm like, well, I already am. But he meant a big dump truck. And I get down there after I got my license. I'm really sharp, huh? And it was a bunch of teenage boys. I'm just barely old, past driving age. And me, for truck drivers. They didn't know any more than I did. And they turned us loose to drive dump trucks full. Yeah, it wasn't an automatic like they've got now. You had to double clutch every time you shifted. But that's my good name. You didn't earn it a bit. It's as bad, the other's bad. But our first trip out, it was down a little hill on Wadsworth. And I went to stop, and I had no brake. It wouldn't stop. And I finally got through there and got myself stopped. And the truck behind me went right on through, too. And neither one of us had our brakes checked before they sent people out. So anytime I see a dump truck, you better be out of their way, because you don't know if they got brakes or not.
Right.
Yeah. And it's so rotten. Yeah. Until one day the owner of the truck company came in and So here I'm sitting there with a flat tire again, and he said, put some new tires on, brand new tires on that truck. And I got brand new tire. Well, that was pretty nice. And I'd gone to the truck mechanic and told him about everybody's brakes, which that made Carl look pretty bad too, but somebody needed to do it.
Yeah, that integrity, yeah.
So we were going up to Genesee Mountain every day with loads of what do you call it, premix
For cement?
for road, building roads.
road base,
building
yeah.
road base, that's what I was trying to say. And yeah, that was bad coming down there unless you had brakes and stuff. You know, but anyhow,
That's an important thing.
yeah, it's pretty important. But the end of my career was I'd gone up there in Genesee Mountain, and it was getting late at the end of the day, and Carl was supposed to stay until everybody got down off that mountain, because where we were going, we were having to back into really bad places, where if you went overboard, you were gone. Well, I think that was his plot, was to kill me. I do. And he left. He left me up there. And it was getting dark. And it scared the heck out of me. Because once I looked and I had a wheel hanging over. If it had went all the way, I would have never lived to tell. I just had a bad accident.
Right.
And I drove back, and the farther I got, the madder I got. When I got to the shop, I went in there, Jim was there. I said, where's Carl? He said, he's in the bathroom. I said, where is that? No, I said, where is that son of a bitch? And I jerked over the bathroom, and I let him have it. He didn't know what to do with me. I quit. I said, that's it, I quit.